This is the crazy story on how I spent over $100,000 on some amazing Fast and Furious items that I found on Facebook Marketplace. Let's do it. Welcome to Hard Up Garage. So I don't know about you guys and girls at home, but growing up, Fast and the Furious introduced to me my first love, and that was American muscle cars. I watched young people like me having loads of fun chasing girls, cars and dreams, but I'm not gonna lie, Tokyo Drift was one of my favourite films. And that's mainly because a young car guy in a mechanic's class built an absolute monster of a 1971 Monte Carlo, which in turn went up against a V10 Viper in the hunt for a young lady. And this made me feel like anything was possible, and I just needed to start by getting my hands dirty. The Monte Carlo was close to my heart, and I even managed to build a replica or two a few years back. But I'm going to let you guys into one of my guilty pleasures. That's right, Little Bow Wow's 2003 Volkswagen Touran, known as the Hulk car, and this did divide quite a few of the followers of the Fast and Furious franchise. Now I've caught you guys up to scratch into the history of my love for Tokyo Drift, I better let you into a little secret of what I've just purchased. So let's go back to a couple of days ago, and I was searching Facebook Marketplace as I always do, and I assumed that these parts were miles away or in a different country, and I was lucky enough to find them on my doorstep. Turns out this gentleman loves Fast and Furious props, so I had to hand over $100,000 in Fast and the Furious money and some real cash too. But as you can see here by that orange box I just walked by, there were quite a lot of movie props that I'm going to have my eye on throughout this journey. In this shed down the bottom of this lovely man's garden house two doors of a very special car. So this gentleman here has spent all day fighting off lots of other people trying to buy this. He had over 50 inquiries of people trying to buy these doors, and my voice actually on the video here got corrupted, so I'm doing a voiceover. I do apologize, but these doors were purchased 15 years ago, and they were purchased from a friend of his who worked on movie sets, and as you can see, he's accumulated a lot of movie prizes and set pieces over the years. And over the years I've been stung several times by buying props or items that weren't actually used in the movies, and I found this amazing video by the guys from Roads Untraveled where they went to view a vehicle that was a prop and a replica of the Hulk car, and this was made by a gentleman called Jorge, and it was actually built by a company called MWCustoms.ca in California, I believe, and they went above and beyond to replicate all of the fist marks, all of the small details, and these were so hard to do because each and every single one was so unique to that car. Inspecting this amazing video, it really gave me insight into how these little details like the crevices in the hands and the fists and the placement of them were on the build, which basically led me to believe that these were real. And you can see that the door itself is steel, but the actual fist itself was a fiberglass mold, so this wasn't made out of foam and covered in filler. You can see here the rivets following all the way around and the brace bar traveling in a 45-degree angle across the door, which I don't know if that would have been original or not, so I'll have to do some research. The gentleman does discuss that the inside of the doors was silver and the outside doors were blown in green, which makes me feel that these were original. A massive thanks to Mr. Richard Cox here. He goes over how selling these parts that he's accumulated are going to allow him to make renovations on his house. I was absolutely gutted that my microphone corrupted through this whole video, but hopefully it's still interesting enough, and there's a few parts here that we'll manage to save. A lot of people know, but in England the Volkswagen Touran is a normal car, and I should be able to buy one for around the £500 mark. The main issues we're going to have, as you people know, is that this is just two parts to the 5-piece puzzle, because there are other different panels and fists and footprints on the vehicle that make that car unique. Maybe I can reach out to the lovely people in America that have also built and designed the new replica of this car and see if maybe we can do some sort of deal where maybe I give them one of the doors and they maybe give me the 3D print designs for the other bits or something.
I'm quite looking forward to see what you do.
I'm a little bit excited. So as you can imagine, I was quite excited, but my excitement didn't stop there. He then told me about these amazing display boxes that either came from the Hard Rock Hotel or Planet Hollywood in London in the late 90s, and he purchased these over 13 years ago, and we've got the amazing Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger hand there, which is absolutely huge. You've got to take into consideration these items are 4 foot long by 2 foot wide. Then we've got the Rocky display case as well, but he saved the best till last. But before I get into that, I was interrupted by the legend, which is Mr. Craig Liebman. Give me a call and telling me to quickly set fire to these doors before they infect my brain with silliness, because he wasn't a fan of that car. But after a little bit further digging, I found these amazing Michael J. Fox signed photo with a certificate as well. And then he showed me the creme de la creme, the icing on the cake. And as I turn around here, you can see my eyes were absolutely blown away. Here it is, the key to my heart, the amazing hoverboard from Back to the Future. And this was the third and final display piece that was purchased from either, like I say, the Planet Hollywood Hotel or the Hard Rock Hotel. I managed to purchase all 3 items, as you can see here, and both doors, including the Michael J. Fox signature signed photograph with certification. This certificated photo was from the 80s, where his signature was absolutely flawless, and I do feel so sorry for Mr. Michael J. Fox and his health conditions, and his Parkinson's have taken over his life. I hope he lives on long, and hopefully he can walk among us and be the amazing hero that he is. But his signature has deteriorated over the years, so I have a feeling that this may have some value to it. Now it's a matter of packing these parts in the van and making sure that they don't get damaged at all, because even if none of these items, including the Nightmare on Elm Street parts or the Rocky gloves, are for me, they may have some value to someone else. But looking over these doors, there are some micro blistering over the fists, which I can see on both of the doors, and after inspecting them fully, they are absolutely flawless and they are perfect in every single way. When I've inspected the movie and the placement of these doors, they are absolutely perfect. People have said they're not right or they're incorrect, but I've done my due diligence, I've done my checks, and I've also sent them to Craig Liebman, and he has told me that they are absolutely perfect. The red cross mark inside the door would notify that is where they want the fist placed completely, and you can see all these little imperfections which basically scream movie car. I'm very, very excited about this project, and I really need your opinion at home with what to do. Do I build a replica, or do I hang these on the wall in my studio for the rest of my life? Guys, see you next week, and thanks for watching another amazing episode of Make or Break. Thanks for watching, guys, but now what you got to do is hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell icon. What the bell icon allows you to do is let you know when we release new videos every single week, including this crazy video with Snoop Dogg's Cadillac Coupe de Ville. We're also available on amazing platforms like Facebook, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and even TikTok. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Keep being amazing.
Sounding like a real anthem. Shawty saw my wallet, now she think a new ransom. Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No.